what I care about is you guys doing well, which is why I spend so much time thinking about how to make your lives better. So if you haven't already done it, download the free self-help books that I made, Fix the World and Sci-Vive. They're at t.me/Sci-Vive. There's a very nice lady named A Wild SJ who's actually read the audiobook on YouTube, and you could just listen to her read the whole book to you. How awesome is that? You know, her and some other people also did a rendition of the oral arguments at the motion to dismiss trial with the SEC. I think it's cool that we've got a community member that cares so much that out of the kindness of her heart, she's reading things to you. That's very nice. You know, some people have drives. They don't have the time to read. They've got hard lives that they have to work. One, shout out to A Wild SJ. Thanks for reading all those cool things.
It's my favorite. That's all the appreciation I ever need in life is that clip from Richard. It's the best. What is going on, everyone? How are you? Happy Tuesday. Hope you are doing well. I hope you had a wonderful 3-day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for your service for all those who have served. I am on the way to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas once again. Feels like I've been in Vegas a little more than I have been home in Cali recently, but I'm all right with that. My best friend lives there, so it works out very well because I get to stay at Hotel de Bestie, and I love it. Saves me on cost. I drive a Prius, so gas I use about one tank going all the way there and all the way back. I can get all the way there and back on a tank, so it's wonderful. Do I have a ticket to this big corn conference? Absolutely not. I would not pay money to go do this. No way. Oh, hey. Oh, look, you can see the comments on the screen now. That's cool. I like that feature. Very nice. Oh, look at the sun. Beautiful. The sun, it shall be setting. The sun setteth upon our day. I love driving through the desert at sunset, actually. It's one of my favorite landscapes. The desert sunset. Can you all hear me okay? I hope you can hear me okay. Yes, Richard. It is cool. We have a community member that cares this much. Oh, safe travels. Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to keep up on comments as they come in. It is a beautiful day. It really is beautiful. I'm just kind of gonna go creep around, you know? I figured I'd go out there, see what kind of trouble I can get myself into, see who I can meet up with. I actually have a few friends from outside the Pulse community that are going to be in town for this event, so I am making some plans to meet up with them. There is a wonderful, wonderful woman, Valerie. She does event planning and stuff for the ETH, works with the ETH community a bit, and I saw that she's there, so I hit her up, and I'm hoping to connect with her at some point. And then, I saw Coach X is already out there in Vegas, so probably going to meet up with him, say hello, and I got this new little camera. I'm not using it. This is my cell phone, but I brought my little pocket Osmo Dealy Bob, and I'm gonna just run around and talk to people, see how people are feeling about DeFi. I've really come to understand that there is a large gap. There are people that are into crypto and Bitcoin and all this VC stuff, and then there's us. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. You've won the crypto lottery if you are a PulseChainian. I like PulseChainian. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep using that word. If you're a PulseChainian, if you're a Hexagon, you win. You are winning. Most of the people, just like most of the crypto, is absolute trash. That sounds. It sounds like I'm going to say most of the people are absolute trash. That's not what I mean to say. What I really mean is most of the people don't understand what crypto is, what it was intended for, where it's going. They don't understand that the Genius Act is terrible for DeFi. It's not good. This is a not good thing. And I'm a little, I don't know if perplexed is the right word. It's probably the right word. Miffed even. I like groups like Stand with Crypto, for a perfect example. I like what they're doing most of the time. I've seen them, stand up for the rights of crypto and be advocates for this space. However, the thought that they are okay with perpetuating the Genius Act, that they want to see that passed. No, thank you. I'm not interested in a government gate-kept kind of crypto. Like, that's not what I got into crypto for. That's not the reason I'm here, or the reason that I've stayed this entire time. Right? Being in a bear market for 4 years, it'll do things to you. No, you have to be able to hold like that and to persevere and to believe, to still have that belief while being down for 4 years. You gotta know that you know what you stand for and what you want to see happen. I see, is that Pesky? It's really I wonder if I can, oh yes I can, okay cool. I can kind of zoom in here so I can see your comments better. Hi Pesky. Glad you can hear me, thank you. I got my hair did. I'm feeling extra cute, extra girly, look at those nails. I'm gonna go out in the town tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do or where I'm gonna end up. I mean, eventually I'll end up at Hotel Day Bestie. But yeah, I'm excited to just kind of get out there and get in the mix and really just talk to people, because I'm curious. I'm really, really curious, especially with these Bitcoiners, right? Like, if you believed in Satoshi's vision and you believed in what that white paper was about, how is it that you would be okay with the Genius Act passing, or that you would be okay with, this kind of stable coin legislation? How would you be all right with that if you understand the ramifications of that kind of legislation? It's not okay. And I want to know from these Bitcoiners why they think it's all right. And I'd love to find someone who doesn't. I would love to find someone out here at this Bitcoin conference who truly believes in DeFi. And I would love to know from them, if they do truly believe in DeFi, in decentralized finance, do they know about PulseChain? Are they interested in PulseChain? What would bring them to a place of greater understanding about who Richard is, what he's done, what he's built, and what he stands for, and what he's likely to accomplish in the crypto space that no one else can or will or wants to? If I did have a ticket, probably the one speech that I would be interested to see, that I'd be keen on listening to, is Ross. Ross Ulbricht's going to be there. His first public speaking appearance since he was let loose. So he was let free as a bird. It's been really cool watching his, looking at his feed, and just seeing the appreciation of freedom, right? After being locked up for something so, not right, in my opinion. What's up? Logi 33. Logi. I feel like I always get that wrong. Logi. Rich Wealth says, P-Dye to $1. And living my best life, Hex to $1. And Rich says, if P-Dye's to $1, Hex better be $5. I bet I 100% agree with that. I don't understand. I really don't understand still how y'all are still wanting P-Dye. I just like, I mean, maybe because Somi is just so good at influencing that y'all like influencers out there who have such big bags of it that you really want to believe that it's gonna be. And who knows? Like if let's say this is just a total hypothetical. Let's say someone like Somi has got, he's got big bags of lots of things, right? So let's say that his Pulse X bag or his ink bag, let's say Somi's ink bag just skyrockets. Okay, let's say ink goes back to $80, right? And now he's got all this capital, to move around and play around with. So who's to say someone like Somi wouldn't just make P-Dye go to $1, right? I don't, like, is it gonna stay there? Probably not. What? No. Why am I talking about P-Dye? That's just my opinion. And I'm not, hey, more power to all y'all. I'm kind of on the same page as RG with all of that, like, I have some, it was given to me. Again, I didn't buy any. I happen to have some because it was gifted to me. And I would love to see it go to $1. Because then I'd probably trade it for Hex. Or something else. That's a Richard Hart coin. Not gonna lie. I'll be absolutely honest with you. Most of the things that I hold that are not Richard Hart tokens were given to me. And most of them, when it has been opportune or when I've had the chance, or little by little, so as not to be, to jump on anyone's heads, right? Like, I wanted to be as benevolent as I could in whatever ecosystem I was with whatever coins I had. So instead of like selling, huge clips at a time, I've been slowly, every couple times a week maybe, selling different coins that were given to me for the core coins that I 100% believe in and absolutely know are going to do something phenomenal. And that has done me well. It's been great. It's been really awesome. I'll be honest with you. It's been so cool to see my bag go from something very abysmal to, by the grace of folks who have, gifted me things, I've flipped that around and I've been able to DCA into the core coins at their lows. So my average now is much, much better. It's really nice. It's really cool. In fact, I laugh at myself because I went to end a stake the other day, and I have such small, when I originally got in, I did a staking ladder. And with the amount of money I had and the price of Hex at the time, these adorable little baby stakes are coming out, and it's like, they're like 0.3 T shares or like 50,000 Hex or something. It's just like things at the time I thought it was so much, I thought this was, and of course at the time the value was higher. And of course I believe it's just going to go up from here. So, I'm not complaining about it. It's just really cute and very funny for me to see all these little baby stakes that I have for the next 15 years. And I have continued to stake. I saw Optimus Keptron. Shout out to him. Please follow him if you don't. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Best charts on X. His drawings kill me. They're the best. He really does a phenomenal job of painting these pictures on the charts. It kills me every time. They're the best. But I saw him mention how he had some stakes come due. He ended them, and now he's okay. Should I restake all of it? Should I restake all of it into one big stake? Should I stake, take it and break it into multiple stakes? Should I keep it liquid? And would say if it was me, probably a little bit of both. I probably would keep some liquid and stake the rest of it, right? So, which only because of the bull market, right? Like, and the weird thing is like, I feel weird even saying that, because I don't want to sell my hex, you know, like, cause it's just going to get rarer, and I have a good amount staked. It's going to feel really weird. It's going to feel really weird when I actually sell my first little chunk of hex. And I don't even know you know what, here, let me throw this out there. My goal is to not sell hex this cycle. I would love to see all my other coins go up, and I can sell little chunks of kind of each of those, you know, and not have to touch my hex, and be able to walk away financially free. Because that's what we're here for. Like, that is a big reason, you know. That's part of why I've said, and here's the thing is, like, if that doesn't happen and I have to wait another cycle, or if I have to just go back to work and, you know, make life happen, no sweat off my back, no skin off my back, no sweat on my brow, no, none of that, because I still love what I'm doing in life. I love where I'm at. I love being a part of this community, and you know, no, I don't think any financial gain or financial loss would change that, to be honest with you. Because if it would have, I'd be gone. I wouldn't be here. If that was the case, if it was all just for financials, I wouldn't be here. But goodness gracious, and am I excited to hex flex? You know what I mean? Like, to really just be able to pay it forward, to, you know, see other people succeed, to get to like gift things to, like, I've had super chats in the past that were just hundreds of dollars, you know, like, people have done that for me, which is the coolest thing. I can't wait to get to do that for other people. I'm so stoked. I love that I get to be a part of, speaking of things that are awesome and altruistic, PulseChain Trivia Night. Ladies and gentlemen, we haven't set the date yet, but it'll likely be the first week of June. I'm thinking possibly June 3rd. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely tune in. Anyone can play, anyone can win. We give away between $2,000 to $3,000 worth of crypto, and who knows, as we move forward in this, you know, in the ecosystem with different sponsors, as the price of things go up, it may end up being more and more, right? So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. It's going to be great. Chris, Canadian Grateful, stellar human being. That's another thing, is that I love that I've just met so many wonderful people, and that there are such wonderful, philanthropic, caring individuals in this space. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of people that are not that here as well, and you've got to be careful. Someone's coming over and they're like, hey, I want to help out. I want to do this. I want to, you know, I want to be a part of this. You best vet them. You best find out where they've been before, what communities they've been a part of, what is their history, what is their background, who else do they know, what other groups are they a part of. I might have said that already. You need to know who you're working with, because trust is huge. If I didn't trust Richard Hart, I wouldn't be here. I trust him because I read Sci-Vive. I trust him because I've seen the way he speaks and who he is. So, working with it, and know that there are people who don't have your best interest at heart, and they are going to try to come after you and scam you and take from you. And if I can do anything in my power to stop that, I will. You know? So just be aware, especially now, because we are growing. The community is huge now, you guys. Like, it's crazy to me how large this community has become. You know, I don't follow a lot of people on X because I don't consume a lot of content. I still feel like I follow too many. However, because we're continuing to grow, I've been, kind of just like looking out, like, okay, who's been following me for a long time that I haven't followed back yet? Who's been supporting me and cheering me on that I haven't followed back yet? And if you're one of those people, please reach out to me, because I want to make sure that before we go viral and this all blows up, I want to make sure that I'm connected to those kinds of people, because that's important. So I'm just going to get back to the chat real quick. I see Ray. Ray Kuchinka says hello. Hello, Ray. Sandy Beach. Hello, lovely. Thank you. Safe travels. Sandy says, Rich Wealth says, risk diode. Don't mention the scam. Don't mention the scam. Yeah. They're bored without Richard Hart around. You sold your P-dye bags. Well, you got to do what you got to do, right? James Maria is a polymath wizard. It's cool to talk to other people. Yeah, it's cool to talk to other people. And whatever James Maria is or is not, I don't have the time or energy to look into that. I don't. So I'm grateful for the bags that I have that have allowed me to live the life that I have right now, which, mind you, is still living in a bus, which is fine. I do want to upgrade to like a new RV or something at some point. I think that'd be awesome. But I still want to live mobily. I love it. I love being able to just take my home with me anywhere. And I can't right now because that bus is old. It doesn't drive well, and it's going to end up just being my studio apartment in LA is what I'm going to call it. But, and yeah, like, I'm not going to lie. Like, you know that. So it's, and I didn't sell all my bags, y'all, but I did well. I did well with it. And I'm still holding a bunch of the other coins that were gifted to me that I wouldn't say I do or I do not believe in them, but I mean, I take what Richard has to say over nearly anyone else any day. So that was my belief with it. Captain RG3 in the house. Oof. Why are we oofing, sir? Please expand the topic. Leave me in the dark over here. Literally almost in the dark. The sun is setting. Rich Wealth, who are you? Who is Rich Wealth? How do you know me? I see you. I see what's going on here. All right, just the 100%, man. He really is. Like, there's no one else in crypto. And look, let me also, I feel like he is just someone, he is one of those people that is just like, he's gonna change the world. And I'm here for it. I'm ready. I cannot wait. I believe that over the last couple years especially, and you can see this, this is just my opinion, you can verify this in his posting on X, right? Like, he's been studying. He said it himself. He's been waiting for this moment all his life. So for him to have had such foresight into who was going to come at him, how they were going to come at him, what he could say, what he shouldn't say, what was going to be used against him in a court of law. Like, talk about geniuses. That man's a genius. He really, really is. And I've got a great feeling that within the next 30 to 60 days, I'm hoping, we're really going to see him be more vocal, hopefully do some more interviews. I saw RG mention this. I agree that I believe it will be mostly pre-recorded or in studio somewhere else kinds of videos, because he won versus the SEC. And there are a whole lot of people out there, including all the people I spoke right, who want the Genius Act to pass, those are the kind of people that want to shut Richard up. Those are the people that don't want you to self-custody. Those are the people that don't want you to have the freedom to transact or the freedom of movement. And isn't that our right? Are those not our rights as human beings? Should we not have the right to transact, to move, to free speech? Woo! I'm on one today. I am on one. What is, let's see. Logi says, we beat the SEC 100%. You undercover hexagon pulsegan LFG. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and just kind of sneak around. Like, oh, Bitcoin, huh? Tell me about this Bitcoin. You heard of Hex? Because it's better. So much better. It really is. I'm so grateful that I got into, now look, I bought Bitcoin. The first crypto I ever bought was Bitcoin. That was in 2017. And then I diversified. And I've told the story a few times. But I'm grateful that I did not get into crypto, into a community at that time. I bought it and then I just said, bye-bye. I left it and went to live my sweet little life. And I think that was one of the greatest decisions I ever made. And it wasn't even a decision really, like I wasn't thinking, oh, I need to keep my eye on this crypto thing. Oh, I need to learn more about all of this. It just wasn't, it was on my radar, obviously, but it wasn't something that I was interested in investing a lot of time in. And I'm so glad, because to be a hexagon, to be part of PulseChain, the stories I hear over and over again, this is the only place in crypto where people actually are looking out for you. People actually give a damn. They actually want you to learn. They want you to know how to use these protocols. They want you to know how to bridge. They want you to know how to have self-custody. Because we want that free, we all have this underlying current within us, right? Which is that financial freedom through decentralized finance. I love it. This is going on. Rich says, just tell all those Bitcoin maxis that Richard Hart is holding true to Satoshi's vision more than anyone. 100%. That's 100% what's happening. He is. He's the only one. He's the only one out there, in terms of, he and us, our community, like we are crypto. We are DeFi. That's us. There's no one else out there. And I've looked. I've had these conversations, these people don't even understand. They don't get it. They don't get it. And, there's protocols coming out like X Game, for example. And someone like me, right? I'm not a gambler. The biggest gamble I ever took was investing in Hex. And I decided to take that gamble because I felt so sure of what it was and who Richard is and the underlying principles. And I've always been a little bit of, I'm going to flippantly use the word anarchist, right? I've always been a little bit, like anti-establishment and anti-government, and I'm going to get banned on YouTube right now. But, I've always thought that they don't really have our best interest at heart. I think there are good players. I think there are good actors. I think there are people out there who do want the best for everyone, but I certainly see that the majority of people out there are greedy, selfish, egotistical maniacs that want nothing but whatever moves them forward, makes them rich, takes care of them, and only them. Or them and their, their cabal. Right? I've been called a cabal member, so so ridiculous. Is that RAM or wrong? Do I need glasses? Is that happening? What's up? Ramlos says, hello there. And Logi says, and tell them we have the second largest ETH reserve. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah. More than Coinbase and Vitalik. Who's the number one again? Who's number one on there? More than Coinbase, Vitalik, the government. Who's above us? Yeah. The second largest ETH reserve. And I'm still trying to kind of wrap my head around that, for sure. Like, I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, but, and I tuned in, I think it was an Effing Hangout, and they were talking about that, and it's interesting to think, you know, like, it's cool that we got that recognition. Oh, the ETH Foundation. Okay, so ETH Foundation is number one. So who is the ETH Foundation? Like, is Vitalik part of the ETH Foundation? Or is it like, can he not be a part of the ETH Foundation because he's the founder? And see, so here's the crazy thing. That's how little I know about other chains, right? Because I came into crypto through Hex and PulseChain, so I barely know about Ethereum. I know who Vitalik is, obviously, you know. I know that, you know, PulseChain is a fork of Ethereum, so I kind of know how Ethereum works, obviously. I bought Hex on Ethereum when I bought Hex because PulseChain didn't exist yet. But other than that, you know, I don't know much about the history. I don't know much about how Ethereum, you know, how the ETH Foundation works and, you know, what that's all about. So, or who's even a part of it. Kate Hudson appears. Cute. I like it. Welcome. Welcome to the SJ is Driving to Las Vegas show. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Please put any questions, comments, concerns in the chat, and I will try and address them as promptly as possible. I'm excited. I want to go dance tonight, I'll be honest with you. See this hair? See these nails? Someone take me dancing. Let's go. I'm going to have another coffee, I think, probably. I've been drinking some juice. I had some juice. Oh, these. So, I'm very particular about what I eat and what I put in my face. I don't put, if I can avoid them, seed oils, right? Like canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil. None of it's good for you. I stopped at, there's a little like stop on the way to Vegas called Eddie's World. And it's this big like ice cream cone shaped thing. And it's like snack land. There's just any snack you could possibly think of, they have it. And so I was like, well, maybe I can get some like almonds or, you know, something. And most of them have some kind of oil. I found, however, my new favorite little snack right here. They're chickpeas, and they're delicious. They're roasted chickpeas, and they're so, like, I've had chickpeas before that were, I mean, they like said roasted, but they were crunchy, like corn nuts. Do you guys remember corn nuts? Do corn nuts still exist? Is that still a snack? I wouldn't eat it anymore, but I'm curious. But they were hard and crunchy. These are like, how do I even explain the texture of these? They're like slightly crunchy, and then when you crunch them, they turn into like this powder. Here, this is alpha right here. This is where you get the alpha content. Roasted chickpeas from Eddie's World. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I'm so grateful. I have 10,000 followers on X now. Like, that's awesome. That's super cool. That's all organic. That's been an organic increase over the last 3 years. And I love every one of you. I'm so grateful. I've even started to unblock people that I blocked in the past. Like, I saw someone mention that I'd blocked him. And he was like, oh, probably because I was shilling dick with butt. And I was like, I don't think it was that, because I have dick with butt. You know, I got into the Tang Gang for a hot second, and then I got yelled at by one of them, and it made me not feel good, and I got told to leave. I basically got booted from a chat one day, and I was just like, you know what? I don't have time for this. If you don't want me here, I won't be here. So that's why I've not been around. Oh, sad. Squeeze those oranges. Squeeze them. You know, I think it's really awesome that we have so many communities. I really do. Like, you know, if you think about it, there's like the ETH bros and the Bitcoin bros, and then because of the way ETH works, like the way PulseChain works, right? We're gonna have all these other little communities, right? Like there's the Shiba guys and the Doge guys and the Pepe guys. So of course that's what's gonna happen on PulseChain, and what has already happened, right? We've fractionalized into all these really small sub communities. And I feel like as someone who is a Hexagon and saw the growth, like I feel like we're a how do I explain this? Like my generation, if I can put it that way, the people that were Hexagons that have now gone through and seen PulseChain and have stayed and have watched all of this happen, it's I think that we're like the rare group, right? Because it's like we were all Hex, right? And I'm even on the tail end of that, right? Like PulseChain was already a notion when I got in. So I can't even say that I was like just a diehard Hexagon, right? Like that's like RG, you know, Valiant Brand, you know, the guys that came before me. But they went through this whole like growing pain, you know, of being Maxis for Hex, basically. And then, okay, well now we've got a whole chain, and now you have Hex on both chains, you know? So it's like you can't really be a Hex Maxi without like including PulseChain in some way, shape, or form. I like RH Max's take on it. I'm a Richard Hart Principles Maxi. I like that take. I think that that's where I stand for the most part, you know. That I was asked on a stream, I was on the Kryptonite show. Yesterday. Cool. What a day. So shout out to Superman. If you don't already subscribe to his show, you can put in on YouTube, put in the Kryptonite show, and it should just come up. Especially if you already follow other people within our community. And he asked me, I just totally lost my train of thought. What did he ask me? Oh, he asked me about projects. He asked me if there were any projects that I'm into or that, and I went on a whole, like, instead of answering his question with which projects I'm into, I went into a whole tirade about how I don't talk that much about projects because I got, you know, like, I don't even know how to put it. I shilled a project and it didn't go well, and someone got in because I had mentioned it, and that sucks. So I rarely talk about projects, but I think that moving forward, first of all, I've realized and I found out that, you know, that being the perfect example, people actually listen to things that I say. I feel like I'm, you know, there's a Johnny Chaos aspect here, is that why would you listen to me? Why would you buy anything that I talk about? Like, I don't get it. I've never pulled up a chart on stream. I've never talked about like the price or mechanics behind a thing. Like, that's not my forte. That's not what I do. That's not why I'm here. However, what I have done and what I do know is that I've met and spent time with and hung out with a whole lot of awesome people who are now founders and builders and are doing things. So if I'm going to promote anything or give anyone a shout out or give anyone kudos, it's going to be the people that I know personally, that I trust, that I think are building awesome things. There's a couple exceptions to that, right? Because there's also projects that I've seen that I don't know the founder, and I've been very, very skeptical of a lot of them, and a lot of that is because it's like, look, if someone is following me and they're hearing me talk about something else outside of the Richard Hart coins and they buy that instead of a Richard Hart coin, like, no, don't do that. buy Hex. Buy Hex on both chains, then buy Pulse, and then buy PulseX, and then maybe buy some ink. Why not? Buy those things. Get all those bags squared away first, right? And then once you've got millions of all of those things at the very least, you know, then I think that's where the distinction has to be made, right? It's like, if you're a second, third, fourth cycle crypto person, you know, and you feel like you're set with whatever it is you've invested, or maybe you're a businessman and like you don't even, like, you're not relying on crypto to make you financially free. Maybe you're just going to keep working and all you want to do is gamble and play around. So, gosh, kind of like a super roundabout way to get back to A, projects I like, and B, one that I was kind of going to go into about gambling, the X game. So SolidX, awesome dude. I've met him in person. I've hung out with him multiple times. He is a solid, awesome human who loves Richard and has a great mentality about and behind, you know, Richard's principles. Now, like I said, I took a gamble on Hex. I'm not a gambler. I'm not the kind of person that's just going to flippantly be like, you know, no, I need to put more in. I do think, however, that there are a lot. There's a lot of people that are into crypto that do like gambling and are into gambling. So if I'm going to promote something that a lot of people might like, and hey, by the way, I can't remember what tokens it burns, but it either burns Pulse or PulseX, the X game. So if we can bring people, and that, you know, that goes for many other coins and projects as well. I just happen to know the founder of SolidX, so that's one project that I feel completely okay with talking about and excited to promote. Another project that I love, and I really actually want to get way more into it, and I keep talking about it and saying that I want to do more and see more, but again, I'm not one to consume a lot of content, and I'm also busy with, you know, other things that I'm doing and that I'm building in the background right now. But another big project that I love, and if you haven't heard of it, please go check it out, Anti-Gravity. The Anti-Gravity saga, dark matter, the pink mist whale, this is all part of this universe. The reason I love it is because it's based on an actual story. There's a storybook. There's this whole like story behind it all. There's a spin-off story. People, and I love that Max, Pulse Ray Vision, he's the founder. I also know him well. Spent time with him and his wife. Love them. Wonderful, solid people, right? Like these are people and projects that I know without a doubt are altruistic, have your best interest at heart, and want to see PulseChain succeed. And though that's huge for me, and I trust them as on an individual person level. Like they could babysit my kid if I had one, you know, that kind of thing. So I just love how much fun that brings to the space, right? Because people, I saw a comment earlier, you know, that people are bored. People get bored. It's true. You know, if you've been here, you've been hanging around for 3 or 4 years, you know, talking about the same thing over and over again. And I feel like a broken record sometimes. I really do feel like I say the same stuff over and over again. I would also love feedback, you guys. Like if you've been watching me for years and you've seen me say the same stuff over and over again, tell me what's good to continue repeating, right? Because who knows who's watching that may need to hear one of those things, right? Tell me what I'm saying that, you know, maybe isn't of much value. I love like constructive criticism. So if you have any, my DMs are open. I actually just reopened them. I didn't realize that I had switched it to verified only, but it's now open to everyone. You know, you can comment on this YouTube video. If you have any suggestions for me, if you would like to see me do more of something in terms of content, let me know, right? Like me talking about these projects, that's new for me. That's not something that I used to feel comfortable about, But I know now that I have a voice here and that people listen. So if people are going to listen, then outside of the core coins and Richard's principles and Sci-Vibe, I'm going to promote and talk about the things that I have personal experience with, knowing who the founders are, or knowing that what they're doing is beneficial to our community. Sorry, my ears keep popping. So let's see if I can. Wild financial advice. You give great financial advice, don't you know? Let's see. Let's see. Ram says, no wonder you don't respond when I tag you. Oh wait, maybe I'm blocked. Hey, you might be. See if you can send me a DM. If you can't send me a DM, I don't know what happened. Post your X handle so that I know and I can look. But like I said, I'm trying to dial that back. I didn't block a lot of people. I mean, it does get annoying if I get tagged and you're talking about a coin. If you're just talking about your fucking token and you've never talked to me about it or asked me about it, and all you're doing is like, hey, like blah 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 coin at a wild SJ, at crypto coffee, at art, like, don't fucking do that. Sorry, this is not a family friendly show. Why would you do that? Like, I get that you're trying to get our attention, but that's not the way to do it, man. Like, that annoys the shit out of me. You know what you should do? If you want to talk about a coin, if you want to come before the community and lay out, hey, I've got this thing, you should look into it, come on Effing Hangout. Every Friday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the link is there for anyone to join. So come on the show and talk about it. You want eyes on your project? You want people to know about your coin? For the last 5 years probably, RG has had an open-ended conversation for anyone who wants to. You can come talk about whatever it is on Effing Hangout. Hold on, I gotta pop my ears. Oh no, it's not. You know it won't pop. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, sorry guys. I look real funny right now. Hopefully it'll pop on its own. All right, anyways. Let's see. Shakedown. Oh, what's up, Dawn? What is up, Grateful Dawn? Yay! Dawn, I'm not gonna reread the whole thing, but basically, Dawn came out to the PulseChain tour, helped us out with running our merch table, and then I basically kind of returned the favor and ended up working for him at Shakedown Street. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But yeah, that was awesome. Dawn, thank you so much for that opportunity. I had a phenomenal time. On your way back to Bangkok already, man. Have a good time. Safe travels. Send me a postcard. I legit would love a postcard from Bangkok. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be super cool. Bonus if you can find a postcard that's made of cork or wood. They have these wooden postcards nowadays. Hold on, I'm gonna try and pop my ears again. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, you guys. Oh, it's stuck. Tyndall. Yeah, Tyndall. Tyndall says, Vegas, baby. Yeah, I should try and go on. You totally should, man. Like, you know, I forget what it is. I know you're probably going to shill it now because I'm saying I forget what it is that you shill. But, you know, yeah, come on, Effin, and come have a conversation with us. And outside of Effin, there are other shows that have now followed that format. I haven't tuned in a minute, but I'm nearly positive that the Shit Show, I think they're still doing their show. John Boy, Bets in Crypto, those guys, they were for a while, they were running an open-ended open mic show in the mornings. They might not be anymore because I really haven't seen it happen in a minute. Or maybe I'm just like not like getting the notifications or whatever. And then the DGen Roundtable. DGen Roundtable on Wednesday nights, I believe. They do Whiskey Wednesdays. And same thing. They have an open mic. They give the link out, right? So that's 3 different shows that I know of. I'm sure there are more than that. I'm nearly positive that there are at least another show or 2 where they do open mics. You know, reach out to people like RH Max, maybe. A lot of times he'll be willing to have people on and discuss different coins. So, you know, I just want to encourage you guys, like, just because we don't want to talk about it or won't buy it, doesn't mean that, you know, you shouldn't shill it or do your thing. So another good example of this is, like, you know, there's a whole ecosystem that I've kind of heard about. There's a ton of them. That's the thing, is like, there's so many, and don't get offended if someone that's an influencer or a content creator doesn't want to talk about your coin. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us are fucking exhausted, okay? Like, we've got just because there's so much out there. We don't have time to keep track of all of it, you know? And at the very core of many of the people in this community and in this ecosystem, we're RH Maxis, and like at the end of the day, like, those are the bags that I want to see go up the most. So it's again, it's rare that I'm going to talk about other projects or other things, especially when, you know, I'm still over here waiting to see my initial investment grow beyond, right, what it was, or what it's gone down to, right? What else? Fox Mulder says, when equalized pressure. Yeah, man, it just, I need gum. I need, like, chew gum or something, because it's just like this one is plugged. Ton says, you are always welcome. Awesome. I'm at to figure out, let me know who you fly with, like, how to get out there, because yeah, we'll see. I got some traveling to do in the next couple of years for sure. And I don't know if you saw it, Don, but Kay Hudson is asking, what part of Bangkok are you in? Because they are moving there soon. Well, hey, we'll have to have a meetup. You know, got a couple people out there. I actually believe that there's at least 1 or 2 other people that I know. I want to say Mark Weil was in Bangkok, but I could be wrong. But I'm sure there's other Hexicans out in that part of the world, for sure. Oh, I'm gonna try and pop my ears again, guys. You ready? Oh, still nothing. Oh, I don't like it. All right, questions, comments, concerns. How many people are even watching this right now? Who knows? I think it's been kind of funny that I've heard some content creators be like, oh, 200, like, for example, right now on my StreamYard, it says 229. There's not 229 people watching this. I love y'all to death. What that means, in case you didn't know this, and you are also using StreamYard, that means that you have had 229 unique interactions. So mostly what that is X. So that means, like, someone just clicked on X, saw my face, thought, oh God, no, and then turned it off. I don't blame you. I'm scary, right? Oh, my ears, you guys. Who wants to watch a lady trying to pop her ears for half an hour? Ugh, terrible. Well, what else is going on? How are you all feeling? How are you guys feeling out there? Like, hey, speaking of feelings, there are 3 therapists in our midst. Brandon, I can't think of his name right now. I'll post about it more. Actually, if you look at my X feed, you'll see their stream. Brandon, and I want to say John, but I don't know if that's right. The 2 of them, the 2 guys, just streamed recently about, like, men and you know, your feelings and emotions and things like that, right? Like, and how to deal with, you know, a lot of the emotions that come with going through a bear market and a bull market. So that is a great resource. I think it is so lovely that we have people that are willing to use their skills and talents and professions, right, to help the community. And I want to see more of that. one thing I always want to promote is that if you feel like you want to make content and you want to be part of the community and you want to do more, do it. There, you know, there's room enough for all of us, and we're just going to keep growing, and we're going to need everyone. All hands on deck, ladies and gentlemen. So if public speaking is something that you are at least decent at, you know, or you feel like you could put on an act, like be a character, right? Like look at B-Root's character, right? Josh Wu, shout out to Josh Wu and his Luigi character. I love it. Somi, you know what I mean? Like he puts on these characters, all these characters and hats, right? RG3, right? Captain with his pirate hat. Like we're different in real life. I mean, I'm me. That's the thing is I'm no character for sure. I don't fit into that category. I'm 100% what you see is what you get. Hard on my sleeve. Like I have no poker face kind of person, right? So whether that's you, whether you're this kind of authentic, you know, great at public speaking kind of person, or you want to, you know, play with it and like have an act and dress up and, you know, do something fun and exciting with it. Do it. You have every reason to, and you never know who you're going to affect, who you're going to bring in, what change you're going to create within the ecosystem or within our world, right? Let's see. Oh, my ears. Oh, what else? Okay. Yo Mammy says, when Somi interview on the YouTube to talk shop. I would love that. I would love to have Somi on my channel. I should reach out to him. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess I just never have. Yo Mommy says, mental illness zones are brutal in crypto. 100%, man. People have lost their lives. People have taken their own lives because of, you know, this, that, or the other thing. So, what else? People replying to each other. You should only pop your ears underwater. Why is that? Tell me more. We should be settled in mid-July. That's cool. I love that Kay Hudson and Don Bryan right now are connecting about Bangkok. That's freaking awesome. Super, super cool. And that's another thing that I love to see. So I'm going to toot my own horn real quick. Toot. The reason that stream happened with the therapists is because I saw on a couple of different days, I saw the Dana, who's a woman, female therapist. I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting your name. I think it's John, but I might be totally wrong. And then Brandon. I hope it's Brandon. I saw the three of them each, within a day or two, I saw each of them post something about being a therapist or that, you know, they did this in therapy or that, the other thing. And I was like, y'all should do a stream together. You guys should connect. So I, you know, like tagged each of them in a post and was like, hey, why don't you guys, you know, kind of get together and do a thing? And then Brandon took the initiative and took the lead and was like, hey, let's set up a stream. Let's do this. That's what I want to see more of in this community. I want to see us connect more. I want to see us build each other up more. I want to see us be able to keep our economic energy within our community, right? Like if I can pay someone for, I'm trying to think of good examples, right? Like for mechanic work, perfect example, or electric work, right? Like I actually have a friend who's a Mexican that lives down, like not far from me, who's come and helped me for electrical before, you know? Had he ever asked me, you know, I'm blessed that I have a lot of people who are just givers, you know, in my life. And he was just like, hey, you know, no problem. I'll come over and do this, but has never asked me for a dime. If he ever asked me for money, 100% I would pay him. Because you know what? He's going to take that money and put it into Hex. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I want us to grow. I want us to see the economic energy flowing in a cycle, right? So that we're able to create and to do things that we love to do and we want to do. We get to spend our time and energy doing what it is that we love and that we, like, whatever our gift is, whatever our service is to the world. And oh, bonus, if I'm getting paid for this thing, I get to put it right back into this ecosystem, and it's this beautiful cycle. So that's just a thought that I have. Let's see, what else? Ooh, my ears almost popped. Almost. Yeah, man, I gotta hit up Somi and find out if he'd come on my channel. That would be really sweet. That'd be really lovely. Nice, cool. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna end it. It's getting dark. I'm almost to Vegas. Very excited, and I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. Once again, thank you so much for, supporting me, for cheering me on, for being a part of Team Win. I'll probably try and do a quote on X. If you're watching me on YouTube, I do daily it's not every day, but I'll do a quote, quote of the day here and there. I don't want to commit to it being daily, I'm just going to do it when I can, when I have the time and energy. But I think that that's still great content. I love Richard's books, and I'm grateful that, they've changed my life, and I know that they've changed other people's lives. And I love showing that side of him, right? Like I love promoting that part of Richard. So I'm going to continue to do so. So if you are watching me on X, please come like and subscribe on YouTube. If you are watching me on YouTube, do the same on X. I'd really appreciate it. More so the way from X to, I have 10,000 people on X that follow me, and I've got like 3.4K subs on YouTube. Let's fix that. There's something's going on with that ratio, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not monetized. It doesn't really matter. I would just love more people to digest that sci-vibe content, to be honest with you. So have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. It's going to take me a moment to end this because I got to find the button on my teeny tiny little phone. Thank you for enjoying the sunset with me. And again, I think it was Ram or Rom. Hit me up or let me know what your handle is, and I'll unblock you if that's what the problem is, man. All right, talk to you guys later. See you on the next one.